Hey guys, Anthrax here, bringing you another video. Today we're going to be doing a Draft Champions gameplay. It's going to be on the unranked draft this time. We will be doing probably some ranked draft, possibly, or maybe some play a friend, some collabs. But anyway, this is the team we drafted. We got Andrew Luck at quarterback, Alshon Jeffrey as our #1 receiver, got Emmitt Smith and LaShawn McCoy signature. I drafted Shady, I think, before Emmitt, or maybe it was vice versa, but I really wanted to get some game time with Shady. So we went in, you saw the defense there, got some elites, got, I think we had Eric Reed or maybe Harrison Smith, maybe both. We had Clay Matthews. We had a pretty decent defensive line. We had Aqib Talib. So these are our top 3 stars right here, Emmitt, McCoy, and Frederick. And his top 3 were Herman Moore, Cameron Wake, and Drew Brees. We're going to kick off this game, so it means we get the ball back at half. And that's actually pretty important to this game. This game actually is pretty wild from start to finish. And you see I missed the kick a little bit because of lag. I feel like the special teams is going to mean a lot this year, actually. You know, with the blocked kicks. I haven't run into one yet. They seem pretty rare. But with the blocked kicks coming in, it is a factor. And with the meter being different, it's not just going to be an automatic kick like last year. You're not going to make those McManus 65-yard kicks. But anyway, we're going in his first drive. I think he had one play before this, got a first and 10, and right there, the good coverage from Tamba Ali. He threw a risky pass facing a nice pass rush. Tamba Ali just picks it off. We're going to take over at the 48-yard line. So we're going to take over, and my scheme this year, I really like to run the football. I feel like running is a little more... I feel like it's a little more balanced this year than it was last year. There's a lot more to it. You can do a lot more with running. And the way I play is it's pretty run heavy, but I pass when I need to. I don't really take many deep shots unless I feel like I can expose you, which you'll see later in this video. But, you know, we're trying to run the rock, trying to get the run game going. Emmitt Smith with a nice little run. He got lucky. The suction tackle pulled him back, forced us to go 3rd and 2, and I think he deflected the pass or sacked me on the pass on 3rd and 2, so he took back over after I punted it away. So he took back over. He's trying to get the run game going too. I think we sent some heat here against him, because 3rd and 1, I'm expecting a run. We're going to send a little bit of heat. Coming out of the gun again, split backs. He's going to go for it. Gonna get it, unfortunately. So he's driving on us pretty good right now. A little missed tackle there on my part. That was a bit of a bad user. But we're going to keep the game going. And anyway, I'm going to take this time on his first drive to ask you guys how you're liking Madden 17. If you got the trial, or if you already have the game, know somebody, got the game early. How you're liking it. Because I know a few of my friends, they're liking it a lot. And then a couple of them, they're struggling still. Because it is a bit different experience than Madden 16 for sure. There is going to be some learning curve to get in. And I don't think Drew Brees got in there, but I didn't want to challenge it. I didn't even know if I could challenge it. You know how Madden works. You can't challenge everything for some reason. But, yeah, so tell me how the learning curve is, if you guys feel like it's a good balanced game, what you want them to patch with the first patch. And we're going to come on to our second drive here, or our second real drive. And, you know, time's already gone in the second. This whole game kind of comes down to a couple key moments. I'll try to point them out as they come up. We're going to return it, try to do a little juke. He tackles the wrong way, but there's just too many people on the other team that are coming in clean. So we're going to start this drive here. I didn't cut this entire drive, this little portion of it, because I see he's loading the box, and I have 2 receivers in what looks like one-on-one coverage, and I got Alshon Jeffrey, so just going to take one little deep shot one-on-one. They patched aggressive catch. You can't patch Alshon Jeffrey. He's going to come out of that probably 6 times out of 10. So get a nice little gain right there. Andrew Luck's first pass. I think it was for 31 yards. Yeah, 31 yards. First pass of the game. Andrew Luck is actually, you'll see later on, he's a really good quarterback. I'm really impressed. And this year, I have to say, you notice the star players. Like, you noticed them last year a little bit, but at quarterback especially, you kind of felt like anybody could make any pass. I feel like this year it's going to be a lot different. The quarterbacks with shoddy, medium, and deep accuracy are really going to show through. And this is part of my scheme right here, like I was talking about. Just short little quick passes. You just got to move the ball. You don't have to get, you know, a home run or a touchdown every play. So I run the ball first. If I have to, I'll do a little short pass to get some yards. Gonna try another pass here. It looks like he's doing the same thing, loading the box. He actually sends an all-out blitz, and I'm glad that I saw that, you know, the box was so heavy. Called the double goes out of the I form and just threw it to Alshon Jeffrey. He was completely uncovered. He really overcommitted. You know, 3rd and inches. I've been running the ball the whole game. He did make, you know, a good play, I guess, that he, you know, I guess ran commit, but yeah, you can't do that when you got Alshon Jeffrey on the edge, and actually, I think I had Kelvin Benjamin, sorry. I think I had Kelvin I had Kelvin Benjamin on the other side, so either way, 2 good receivers, 2 big bodies. He's going to take back over. I think he had a couple runs, and I cut it down a bit, but yeah, we get the sack there, or what would have been a sack. He managed to get rid of the ball right at the right time. It's going to be 3rd and 7. He's barely going to get over the line, but we do deflect the pass down, brings up 4th and 7. So we're going to go in and we're going to send a little heat. That's kind of what I like to do, you know. It's not always the best idea, but you call a zone blitz, you hope they run and you can get to the pass, or to the ball carrier, but you see he comes out in 5 wide. So we're going to send a little bit of heat, see if we can get through on the line, and we do, because we send more than he can block. So I think it was our corner came off the edge screaming. Oh, that was Harrison Smith. Came off the edge screaming and just sacks Breeze before the play can develop. So we take over at the 41. I believe I keep this whole drive in because we're doing a 2-minute drill right here. 1:49 left in the second quarter. We're just going to try and see how far we can get. Emmitt Smith getting loose, breaking a few tackles, gets about a 5-yard gain there. And you see he has 5 rushes for 11 yards, but we're keeping him honest. You know, we're rushing probably 75% of the time. We're not getting any big yards right now, except for this one. That's our first big rush. You know, we're just moving the rock a little bit. He's kind of overcommitting a bit. I believe we pass here. Yeah, we're going to send a little, just a little pass, get down the field a little quicker. And, you know, semi-all-out blitz again. I misread. I think Kelvin Benjamin was going for a touchdown run if I hit him in stride, but I just wanted to get rid of it, get the completion going. But, you know, he's loading the box with all these people. Not much coverage on the outside. Emmitt Smith didn't get the ball over the first down marker there. I'm going to call my first timeout. Going to come out of the first timeout, calling a run play, hoping we get it. I change it to a pass play because my tight end is open 75% of the time on these plays that he's calling. I don't think he's really calling many good coverages, or he's just not calling, you know, the right type of coverages. You know, he's committed to a run about 4 times, and this one he's running, I think, a 4-4. I caught him in a bad coverage, so send the tight end on a streak, send the best wide receiver on a streak. Try to take a shot, but that swat does work for him that time. He's going to get a nice little situation for him. 2nd and 10 for me. I've got to either run or pass, and I just call a little screen. He's loading the box again. You know, wait until the last possible second to get that out of Andrew Luck's hands. Emmitt Smith breaking a tackle all the way down to the 2. We're going to call our second timeout. We're going to go into the I form, try to punch this in, you know. Fullback dive for the win, just power through. He's going to load the box again, but he does have coverage, so I don't really feel comfortable going for a pass. Just going to fake snap a couple times. Does not work for me that time. My lineman went offside, so we're going to try to call a little toss play, see if we can get in that way. Just trying to get in the end zone before the half, you know, try to get those extra points, get up 1 possession before the half, and we get ball back, so that'd be a really favorable position for me. Emmitt Smith is going to get tackled at the line of scrimmage. I think it was actually a loss of a yard. Gonna do the hurry up again, don't want to waste that last time out. And we're gonna see if we can get in the end zone. Can we do it? Just a quick fade route to Kelvin? No, he swats that away. So we're going in. We're gonna actually pick a good passing play instead of just run formations. Gonna call a gun play. You know, 4 receivers going. Someone's got to have a good chance. Send Alshon Jeffrey on the slant, see if he can get open, if I can buy time in the pocket. And we're just going to wait for the play to develop. And Andrew Luck with a dot right through what looked like 3 defenders. Just threw it right through the seam to the tight end. Get in for the touchdown right before the half is over. We get the extra point. And, you know, extra points aren't actually given. I think I included it. I almost missed the first extra point. Went a little wide left, but we still got in. And we're starting the second half out with the ball. So we're going to try to return this, get our best return out of it that we can. Not too far. I feel like juking is was a bit of a learning curve for me this year because it's not the same as last year. Speed jukes, I don't feel like they work. Had to develop you know, the right trigger plus left trigger jukes. And Emmitt Smith going on a big gain on a toss. Another play that looks like he ran commit to the middle, and we just popped it outside, and we got a big gain on that. And we're just going to keep pounding the rock. You know, that's a philosophy I live by. Give it to the fullback every now and again. I need to upgrade my fullback in my regular Ultimate Team, but this fullback in draft seems to be working fine, getting those yards when I need it, blocking for Emmitt Smith pretty well. So we're just going to keep pounding the rock, see what we can do with it. He's actually lined up in a coverage this time. We're going to get a little bit of a gain, probably about 6 yards. Emmitt Smith getting a little loose, you know, now he has 11 rushes for 60-plus yards, getting those stat lines a bit better. He's going to do another all-out blitz. You know, if you see a guy who's run committing up the middle a lot, just call a play with 2 wide receivers on the outside and just send one or both of them on streaks. See if you can get lucky with one-on-one coverage, or in that case, absolutely no coverage. And we give the ball back. He's actually driving pretty well, but, you know, one of his Drew Brees fumbles the ball. We could have recovered that, but the lineman picks it up. I feel like one of the key weaknesses in this guy's game plan late into the game when he's trying to come back, you know, 2 possessions down, he's over-committing on the runs. He's not really playing a smart game on defense anymore, and on offense, he's just coming out in the 5 wide. You know, he completely gave up on running the rock. You know, 21-7 is not that big of a scoreline when you got 30 seconds left in the third. He is passing on me. He converted that 4th and 5, but you run the rock and you make it. You know, keep me honest. You know, if you keep passing the ball, you become one-dimensional. I'm just going to keep calling zone. I might call some man. I actually call man quite a bit. That's probably one of my downsides. He gets lucky with an aggressive catch, but what can I say? I got lucky with an aggressive catch with Alshon early on. And, you know, you take away the run game from yourself, and you're not really helping anybody. So I was trying to switch to a blitz, and I got lucky there. If you rewind that back or something, you'll see number 22, I think it was Matt Forte, literally game screaming up the seam, completely uncovered, because Eric Reed, I switched the play to a blitz, and I was using Eric Reed, and he just started running the other way. But he ends up getting into the end zone anyway, going to try to block this field goal, and actually he fakes it. This is one of the key moments that he messed up. He should have just taken his extra point. He's down 2 in the 4th. I get the ball back. Chewing clock, just powering with runs, just doing everything I can. I get a couple first downs and it's basically over. So we barely get, I don't think we, now 3rd and inches, we don't get the first down there. We're going to try just a fullback dive, just power through his line, see if we can get that. Because at this point in the game, 2 first downs, maybe 3 first downs, and the game's basically over. So he's lining up in coverages now. He's actually playing a decent game, but I don't like that animation either. I threw it to the tight end, and he turned around to catch it. That was a touchdown. He ran commit again because I've been pounding the rock down his throat so much. Just handing the ball off. Just keep it going. Keep it moving, you know. Another big run from Emmitt Smith. We're in field goal range. We're going to keep it going. We're going to try to pound the rock some more, you know. 102 rushing yards. I think the bulk of that was in the second half. Probably in that 2-minute drill. We're going to try some counters out of the I for him. You know, he's stuffing us at the line for a loss of 4. He's used up all his timeouts because I've been chewing the clock so much. And we're in a 3rd and 14 situation, and this is the only risky pass I believe I made the entire game. Try to force it to the fullback. Or the tight end rather, sorry. No one was really open. That's one of the plays that I try to get, you know, a few yards on here and then, but the tight end wasn't open. I tried to force it to him. Wasn't a great move. We end up punting, though. I feel like I could rely on my defense, and he's going to get it back at the 17. So he's done a couple plays, got a couple passes off. He's still lining up in 5 wide. He's going to keep trying to drive down, you know, 49 seconds. That was an awful play by me. I was using Eric Reed, my safety. I pulled a little bit too much to the left, and he got that open lane. I'm lucky it wasn't a touchdown right there. He's got to do the hurry up. I'm going to start using Tamba Ali so I don't mess up zones and actually try to bring some pressure to him on the line. Because draft offensive lines, if you don't draft them, they're bronze. They're usually not that good, so you could probably get through with someone like Tamba who's got decent block shedding. So he's going to try and force that pass in. It gets swatted down, thankfully. Now he's got to do some magic. You know, 26 seconds left on the 24. He's got to pull something off. And this game comes down to the wire. I was gritting my teeth the whole game. So he's gonna complete that pass. I was really hoping one of those defenders would jar the ball loose there. 15 seconds left. He's not gonna spike the ball. He's gonna go for it. Gonna keep the hurry up going, and we're gonna bring some pressure, some zones, and he gets it. 7 seconds left in the game, and he gets a touchdown to almost tie it up. But he has to go for 2. He missed the 2-point conversion, and now he's down 2. He's going to try to force a pass, and Clay Matthews is going to come up with the pick on the goal line, and we are going to walk out of here. We're going to play one more run play. I'm not going to kneel the ball. I'm not like that. We're going to run one more play, and the game is over. Came down to the wire. If he'd just taken his point after kick on that one drive, it could have gone to overtime, and he could have had a chance, but that pick on the goal line was clutch from Clay Matthews. Anyway, this has been Anthrax. Hope you enjoyed the gameplay. I'm going to be bringing you more in a couple weeks when the game is officially out. But anyway, for now, I'm out. Peace.